What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the right side of the map in the blue color, playing as Odin. His name is Suppe, and he is a bowl of soup. And he forgot to train villagers there. Something weird happened, and he tried to fix it. It is very muddled. Very muddled. Sultan of Turks is his opponent here in the red color, playing as Zeus. If you don't know who this is, his name is AC. Obviously an Army Corps fanboy, but he also streams on Twitch. Streams his gameplay quite a bit, so definitely go and check him out. Very strong player. And in the top 20 or something. And we'll see how this goes. Now, I must make this very clear for those of you who do buy recorded games for me to watch. I will do them, but I'll do them whenever I damn well please. So you watch yourself, Mr. Apple. I tell you what, that's a little inside humor for you YouTubers out there, but just know that one of those Rapple games that's coming up, you know, he wanted it to be seen. Okay? All right? Just so you know. We have the Ark of Ra here for... That's a huge relic. This relic is so good. This relic is so good. It's like 24 free resources. A minute, but also it's like it means you can get so much more favor, and on a map like this, going Centaur Hoplite is so good, so good. Anyways, Ulfsark running around looking for their shenanigans here.
Yeah.
While Soup just happily eating these zebra. Did we see a great hunt yet? We did. We did see a great hunt. What I prefer, just a little bit, what I prefer here is Odin. I'm not sure 100%. It depends on how many zebra we start with, but I think there was a good, healthy amount of zebra. I think it was 4 or 5. I prefer to save my Great Hunt until I have all my goat and then Great Hunt those as Odin. Because on a map like this, the only real thing you should be worried about is Centaur. And we see Soup just going to be sneaking a forward temple here. This is just classic Soup. He's against Zeus, the almighty Zeus. And we're going to see a sneaky forward temple. That's what it looks like. Unless this is just a sneaky Ulfsark and there's a temple at home being made. No, he's going to build a temple. Surely he builds a temple at home. He's going to build a temple at home. Okay. Okay, he builds the temple at home. No problems. The temple is coming up now for Soup. Kadoskopos trying to steal the goat, but not going to allow him. Goat says, no, I am a blue goat. Do not make me red. Temple just about up for Soup. He's going to be advancing a little bit later than normal. And we'll see what Mr. Sultan of Turks is going to do. AC. I'm going to refer to him as AC because that's what his Twitch channel is. He's not advancing just yet. He's got one villager on favor. Potentially going to go for another. This Jason needs to pick this relic up. How do you not pick this relic up? Unless you're going for the... There's Grugnir Odin's spear as well. Oh. If I've ever seen a Hoplite Centaur map, if this is the one, this is a Hoplite forward gold mine. We've got bloody Ankh of Ra. We've got Grugnir Odin's spear. How do you not go for Centaur Hoplites here? You've got forward hunt here, 5 giraffe. Oh my golly gosh! And the just bolt this. No, you can't bolt this. You need to bolt the Valkyrie. The Jason is going to get beaten here to the punch. We'll see. Oh, he does decide to bolt that. That's dangerous. That gives him the relic. That's 5% extra damage for his hoplites. It gives him the relic. However, wait. He's going Hermes. So it does give him the relic. However, now he doesn't have a good answer for the Valkyrie. We got the Herser already moving forward. Ragi, mail axe. He's ready to mail the axe in and start whacking the villages and all the other good stuff. There's the Centaur coming out, an instant Sylvan Law. No surprises there as the Jason moving back in. The Herser moving in to hit these villages. It's going to be very easy to just jab back at this Herser, but obviously Soup's got some good micro here. Immediately going to be retreating away from this location here. And seeing how it goes now, the Valkyrie moving in. The villagers will have to retreat back. No bolt now. This Valkyrie is going to get some value, and we're going to have to see if Sultan of Turks. Where are the buildings? He should just throw the military barracks up here. Meanwhile, the Centaur, they just come here. How do you not go immediately right? This is where you take this. I don't care about this location. This is what I care about, because this is where the counter for the Centaur comes in. Soup now going to be retreating back, realizing there's a Centaur on his base. There are Herser over here. And how are we going? Look at all the food in the bag. Double military barracks coming down now for Sultan Turks. He's kind of messed up the build a little bit here. He should have already had these down. You kind of throw up the military academy as soon as you hit the classical age, and you can delay the Odysseus or something. But trying to hunt this giraffe here is just a little bit much. We're seeing a Centaur coming over to help out. That should be able to snipe down the Valkyrie here. Nice play from Sultan of Turks, but Suppe is getting everything he wants right now. He's he has got 6 villagers on that food over there. He's taken all the villagers off of wood onto berries. 7 villagers, 7 dwarves on gold right now, as Suppe is just mass pumping out, raiding cavalry Herser, and he doesn't care. He doesn't need the houses. He's got 234 wood in the bank, trying to fight this one down, taking those units down. The villager does fall, going after another one. We see the Centaur running around a little bit too much. And look at this. Sultan of Turks just housed right here as the pressure from Soup just mounting as these Centaur are trying to stay relevant. We just see them running in, dodging the Herser as best as they can. This Centaur over here will help snipe down the units that are retreating here. But I don't know if this even matters. This is exactly what Soup wants. He's kind of pushed off the hunt here. He peeled off a bunch of villagers. You see the house now coming up for Sultan of Turks, for AC. The Centaur still trying to push in. We'll see if he can snipe a raiding cavalry here. It does look like he does have the damage to do so if he can simply hit them, but looks like he's currently unable to. Too drunk. And these villagers against Hoplite Centaur, these villagers have managed to almost eat the entirety of this hunt. And Soup is going to be thinking about going straight to the heroic age here. Does he have his armory up? He does not. He's going to have to take these villagers off, get that wood for the armory, chuck them over onto somewhere else. Then that's kind of what he's doing, moving the villagers over. Every single one of them. He's still got all of these goat here. Does he have husbandry? He does have husbandry, so he just needs the resources for everything else. This gold mine will expire probably before the heroic age here, so this is giving a bit of an opportunity for Turks to do something, but he's just being not aggressive at all with these Centaur. Now he's found a small raid here, so he will be able to pick off a villager or two. Though he's got very, very close to these villagers with the Centaur. Got to be super careful with him now. Soup retreating away. Do see another villager kill here. Nice play. Good job, but the raiding cavalry swinging around for Soup. Soup is throwing up another longhouse here. He's going to chase these Centaur away from this position. Meanwhile, still happily hunting from over here. Second town center on the way for Sultan of Turks. That's not what you want to do. You're asking for trouble. In this situation, there's the medium raid. It's very, very important upgrade to grab against the Centaur because it allows them to stay alive a little bit longer. It means an extra Centaur needs to come into the fray to help out. Meanwhile, we're seeing Ankh of Ra get picked up but not being put into the temple. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. And the Centaur going to be retreating back.
Πρόσεχε.
And he's trying to pick off these units here. And I don't hate that he's going after the throwing axemen, but now we see the raid onto the hunt after it's all gone. Feels good. There's the town center up for Sultan of Turks.
Λέγε.
And coming around on the side here. Villagers do get sniped down. Dwarves swinging around onto this position here. See if they can hold on to it. We do see that. Oh, he runs straight into the Ursa. Soup somehow managed to do that. We do see the temple getting sniped down. This is actually really big for AC, but not that there's no heroic age coming. And the wall's coming up over here to help defend. But the dwarves on this gold mine over here. So now we're having to see Turks grabbing farms out. He's going to have to stop building Centaur. And these hoplites have stopped as well. It's looking like Turks is getting pushed back here. And Soup just happily holding on to this position. Throwing up his walls. He can even think about a second town center now if he feels like it. Turks retreating back. Stable? Maybe if he wants Prodromus, I guess. Don't know. See some walls coming up in the corner for Soup. Doing all the stuff that he needs to do here.
Λέγε.
We will see these Centaurs sneak in for one last little raid before all the walls are up, but all the villagers are on the back side of Soup's base here. We see probably a snipe on a throwing axeman. Nice play from Turks, from AC, just consistently getting into the position of Soup, sniping these units off, getting good value out of the Centaur here. We're just retreating away once the damage is done. Potentially going for a third town center fairly soon is probably a good idea, though. You do need to get to the heroic age to have access to Hypaspis. Otherwise, the Huskal kind of help out a little bit too much. Though maybe if you're not making Toxotes, it matters less. But these raiding cavalry now have that super cheap Thundering Hooves. Only 250 food in really balanced patch 5.0. So Raiders do try and get the surround here. Snipes one Centaur. This Centaur going to be getting back into the base here. Hippocon coming into the fray. But at this point, these Centaur are so very, very strong. Soup does get his second town center. Decides to retreat away with his raiding cavalry. And there's the armory up for Turks. He's planning to get to the next age here if he can. There is a potential for an underworld play here onto this gold mine. If you put this is what I would have suggested in this position. Instead of the second town center, rush mythic age here, underworld from here to here, and then you trade lightning storm for frost, and you win. That would be the that would be my suggestion here for Zeus, but the two town centers delays you too much, so you have to go Hephaestus now. Hera's not going to help out enough. But we'll see what AC is going to be doing here. While these Centaurs still looking to come through the position, but the walls are all up now for Soup, so the Centaur kind of useless here. Probably need to stop making them. Need to save the wood for farms at this point. Just go pure hoplite, maybe hoplite Hippocon or hoplite. Probably not even hoplite Hippocon, probably more like hoplite Toxotes here. Longhouse coming up.
Prostegma.
Hoplite's going to help push the raiding cavalry back. We'll see how this game's going to go. The Frost Giant in the back holding his ground, ready to go. But the Heroic Age is in for Soup. So he's going to be booming really hard here. 3 town centers. versus 2 town centers in the heroic age with the help of the Frost Giant. Easily going to start winning these fights with the help of Thundering Hooves. These raiders have so much more hit points. 34% pierce armor as well. There's the Hearser coming in to help out as these raiders in the back are getting sniped down. Suppe has his Frost. He does have a ceasefire he can use. So we'll see how this is going to go. Throwing Axeman coming in on the back to snipe down these hoplites. The hoplites are medium now. AC is going through Dionysus here. Not sure I understand the Dionysus, but maybe the bronze is going to help him stay alive. Over here we see some more raiding cavalry getting sniped by the centaur, but AC still has to retreat. He still can't defend this in this position. He needs maybe heavy hoplites or something here, but then heavy cavalry come through, and it's still going to be an issue, especially if the heavy infantry for Suppe comes through as well. Frost Giants come in and be sniping these units. There's the Frost onto all of those villages. That's 20 villages there that are idle for AC. All the units fall. You have to cast Ceasefire now. You have to. But no ceasefire yet. He's going to lose so many units. In fact, he could possibly lose all the villages because they've only got 65 HP. So if you have, say you have, how many? Wait, hold on. Let's work it out quickly. 8 throwing axes. Say you have 10 throwing axemen. That's in 7 seconds. That's a dead villager. And you have 45 seconds. So that's 7 dead villagers you can kill in a frost with 10. With just 10 throwing axemen. Because I think they've got an animation of 1 second. Is that right? There might be 1.5 second. Not sure. But there's the frost from AC. Suppe's probably going to be on the way to tier, or probably even Rag here is winning. Just because of how exposed the gold mines are. These villagers don't want to be grabbing the gold mines. See Suppe going to be retreating here. Doing what he can to get away. Town center is going to be attempting to go up, but with only 15 seconds remaining. This army is absolutely gigantic for Suppe. Even bronze won't help here. We've even got winter harvest through for Suppe right now. His economy is going to be going through the roof. Irrigation, winter harvest, my wet dream. My golly gosh, look at this food. Just goes skyrocketing. There's the bronze for AC. Centaur in the back, helping out a lot. But honestly, the army here will get absolutely crushed. These Toxotes and the Hippocon are just getting absolutely decimated by the sheer numbers that Suppe has. And Suppe's economy is huge here. So we're just going to keep pumping in onto this location. And the Hydra goes down. The units for AC going down, and Suppe is just having a field day with Sultan of Turks in this game. Even after all of the early game damage that he had, well, actually didn't really. I mean, after all the losses he's had, I guess. Now the villagers getting pushed off of this gold mine here, throwing axemen, get the heavy upgrades. The villagers retreating away. Seeing some more farms getting thrown down for AC. He's made his way over to the top of the map, but Suppe already up here with a couple of medium raiders. Surely we got heavy raiders coming through fairly soon as well. Not just yet, but I mean, he's going to be doing damage everywhere. And AC does tap out. GG, well played by Suppe. Adapting to the situation very, very nicely here. Showing off some strong Odin like he always does. I love the pressure he put on early here. But if you're in this situation as the Centaur player, know that this is a distraction. This here is the distraction. With the Hearser over here, you want to send, if your opponent's Hearser is somewhere, you want to send your Centaur somewhere completely different. So just bring the villagers home onto herdables, run your Centaur over, find your opponent's hunt. If you stop your opponent hunting with this strategy, with the Centaur strategy, you're in such a better position, or at the very least, if you put your opponent on the back foot, make sure they're not attacking you, you're in a much better position. And pushing your opponent off hunt does a lot more damage than you being pushed off hunt, because he doesn't one bang villagers. You've got those centaur. They're going to one bang some villagers, and then they're going to run away as well. So that was a big mistake here from AC number 1, which makes things difficult here. But say he did that and he gets pushed off hunt, Soup gets pushed off hunt, everyone's off of hunt, everyone's happy. Well, the Zeus player is happy. Then the follow-up is going to the heroic age. If you can get to the heroic age before you expire all of your goats, that is perfect. This is why grabbing the second town center is bad on Oasis, because you cannot get to the heroic age at a timely fashion. Look at the heroic age of this game for AC. It's at 15 minutes and 16 seconds. It's just so very, very late. And if you get there late, it means you cannot get to the mythic age by 15 minutes, which is really, really bad. So when you hit the heroic age, you throw all your villagers over onto gold, throw up a market, buy your way to the mythic age. Then we want to push forward onto this location here. You have the whole map scouted. You send a Pegasus over here. You underworld from one location to the other location. You hit the villages. You get frosted. You ceasefire. You lightning storm. You GG. See you later. Good night. That's the strategy that I recommend on this specific Oasis here. If I saw this map, that's what I would be going for. Potentially, if there's a different Oasis, I might do something differently. But that's my thought process. And I want to say a big thank you to Gaga Boo Boo for gifting the 1 sub, gifting multiple subs. Thank you. Appreciate you, Gaga Babu. And if you guys enjoy these games, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next game.